Right, I've got a little bit of a controversial topic for you. Picture discs don't always suck. Now, I'll be the first to admit that usually picture discs do suck. They have no dynamics, they often have a small sound, they often sound crackly and poppy and just downright poo. For this reason, they're often relegated as like collectibles, as particularly special edition varieties of records, of releases. Record Store Day, for obvious reasons, sees a lot of them. Picture discs are made by laminating the image with another layer of vinyl on top of it onto a normal black record. Inherently then, they're not going to usually sound as good. The actual vinyl that they use is going to be a little bit thinner. Bear in mind, this isn't normally a particularly important bit, but the fact that there's an extra layer of laminated vinyl on top of the normal black vinyl causes extra static and reduces the sonic quality of the record. I don't want to talk too much about the ins and outs of why picture discs suck. I just want to point out that sometimes they don't seem to be all that bad. And I do wonder if, though they're inherently not as good as black or even coloured vinyl, is there more of a quality control issue here going on? Because I have one or two records that I think sound absolutely spot on. I've been buying a few picture discs from one particular label who specialise in video game soundtracks. They're called I Am 8-Bit, and I've got 3 of them. Originally I got the Journey soundtrack, a PS3 video game, very cool, very atmospheric, very immersive, with absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, quite idyllic and peaceful music that develops with lush, beautiful orchestration with some quite lovely themes and melodies, but also it has a number of darker themes when it fits the game. I also got FTL, which is the soundtrack is very electronic in style, relatively kind of minimal sound on the 8-bit sounding spectrum, while using very modern synth sounds to do it. And the most controversial of all, No Man's Sky, soundtrack by post-rock band 65 Days of Static. It is an absolutely gorgeous package, as all of them are, and they're all picture discs. With each and every one of those 3 soundtracks, time and time again, I've been like massively impressed by how good they sound. They don't lack depth, they sound nice and full. They have a big sound that you just wouldn't expect with a picture disc. I don't know what they've done, whether it's really good quality control, whether they've gone specifically out of the way to get the pressing plant to make the best quality pressings. I don't know. I do recall when Journey first came out, I Am 8-Bit delayed it significantly because they weren't happy with quality control. Whether that was something to do with the actual pressing of the LPs or whether it was something to do with the packaging, I don't know. Just so you don't think I'm just being a massive fanboy of that particular label, or I do like all of their stuff because I like video games. I do have a few other records on picture discs that I think sound really good. I've got an album I bought years ago, Bob Marley picture disc. I don't even know why or where I bought this. Just reggae classics. Got the old man's face on. Just a general selection of classic tunes. Either way though, that album has all the dynamics you'd expect from a black vinyl, and it's got all that sense of space that you'd want in a reggae album. There's a lot of openness between the beats and the grooves. Now, that is not to say that all picture discs sound good. I have quite a few from the early days when I started collecting, when I was naive and young and foolish, that I bought that I kind of wish I hadn't. One of them is Opeth's Ghost Reveries album, double picture disc. I mean, I love this album. It's maybe one of my favourite albums. Like, a good pressing of it sounds absolutely incredible. It's got a huge range and it's like face-meltingly heavy. Instead of a face-melting raw, instead of you getting your face kicked off, it's a little tickle under the chin. It's like it really can't be arsed. So to round that off, do you think that picture discs can actually improve? Like, maybe they sound so bad because of quality control, because people don't expect record companies don't expect people to listen to them. They just don't put the effort in to actually press them right, because they don't feel like they have to. Like I said, you get the odd one that sounds brilliant, maybe from better labels who give a damn about the picture discs. You know, as a little disclaimer though, I do want to point out that I know that black vinyl is always going to sound better than a picture disc, and that's totally cool. But it would be nice if maybe record labels took them more seriously and produced them to a better standard if they could. So tell me what you think. Have you got any picture discs that actually sound good? Tell me if there's a place in your collection for picture discs. For me, there's not so much of one, except in really special cases. If you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. If you think that picture discs suck, then give me a subscribe to see videos where I don't talk about them. So that was probably one of the weirdest segues I've ever done, but click down here for a video about how to set up your turntable, and click up here for 5 of the most expensive pieces of hi-fi equipment ever created. Thank you guys for watching. Ciao.